Let's start the show, shall we? Well, I do want to hear from you. That's right. Who are you? Where are you a deplorable from? Give me your name. Let us know where you're from. Anything on your mind today? Bum bum ba da ba da. We got a lot going on today, and I'm excited to hear from you. Like Ian, he's an Ohio deplorable. Fernando, go action, friend. Okay, we'll go action with you too. Go action, friend. Oh boy. Linda's there. How you doing? Brian is from Oakdale, California. We'll get everybody in just a second. I just want to let folks catch it up to us on Facebook know that we are about ready to start the show.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. That's a direct order. Do it now.
He's been put down, ripped off, cut open. Now he's unleashed. The American insurgency starts now. This is Rusty Humphries, Rebellion Radio.
Well, hello, my brother from another mother. How are you? My sister from another mister. My name is Rusty Humphries. I'm a proud deplorable. And I'm a man that stands for truth, justice, and the American way, and my gosh, I'm proud of it. Tonight we are powered by the great folks at Right Wing News. We are sponsored by a number of great sponsors, and I hope that you will go out and support each and every one of them. DerMend Moisturizing Anti-Itch Lotion. This is an incredible product. It's dermatologist recommended, and you could get it at Walmart and Walgreens and CVS and all great retailers like that. It is specially formulated for you seasoned citizens, and it helps you if you've got your mature skin. It's drying out a little bit. Don't worry. DerMend will help you out. Itchy, mature skin. It's got moisturizers, skin conditioning agents, Promoxine, HCI, and it'll help you with the itch and irritation. Go to DerMend.com or pick some up today at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, are the great retailers, if you would please. And I will try not to fall down today. I can't promise. Yesterday, what an idiot I am. Yes, I keep my products over here, see, because if I have it on my desk, then it'll just be too cluttered because my desk is cluttered as it is because I got all kinds of equipment. I got all kinds of things going on here. So, I reached over yesterday and I just fell on my hiney. I fell on my little hiney. All right. Do me a favor if you would, please. Check in. Let us know who you are. Give me some thumbs ups too, would you? Thumbs up, hearts, a little love. Sandy loves what our president loves what he's doing. We're going to get to that in just a couple of minutes. He gave a speech, and I want to hear what you have to think of that. Also, some stuff in the news. And you know what's funny about it? It's all the stuff that like months and months and months ago, we all went, guys, this whole thing with Clinton on the tarmac with Loretta Lynch, there's something stinky here. Oh, no, said the media. We ain't know what you're talking about. No, there's nothing to see there. Now we know it was a scam. Now we know it was a lie. Harvey Weinstein. Guys, there's something wrong about this guy. He's giving all this money to the Democrats, and the Democrats are protecting him. No, you don't know what you're talking about. Harvey Weinstein is a great feller. He's a wonderful guy. Don't leave him alone. He's wonderful. Now you're saying, oh, Rusty, come on. Nobody came out and said Harvey Weinstein was a great guy. Is that right? A lot of people did. You want an example of somebody saying Harvey Weinstein was a great guy? How about the former First Lady of these United States of America, Michelle Obama? She loved Harvey Weinstein. Check it out.
I can tell. I want to start by thanking Harvey Weinstein for organizing this amazing day.
You go, Harvey Weinstein. You are amazing.
This is possible because of Harvey. He is a wonderful human being, a good friend, and just a powerhouse. And the fact that he and his team took the time to make this happen for all of you should say something, not about me or about this place, but about you. All right? Everybody, we are here because of you.
Yes.
Whoopi Goldberg, Naomi Harris, Ryan Coogler, David Frankel, Blake Lively, all of us are here because of you. And of course, my dear friend Gail King is here. We are here because of you. Mm-hmm. So let's welcome everybody here.
Okay, you, Harvey Weinstein, what a great fella. Oh, man, did they love him. Oh, did they love him. And I love these Democrats. We don't know what you're talking about. We always said bad things about him. No, you didn't. And now when it's cool and easy for you to jump on. And again, I got to be honest. I couldn't care less about talking about Harvey Weinstein and then all these Hollywood actresses. Me too, me too, me too. Heck, Harvey Weinstein would have hit on me. I mean, it's not like this was a secret. Everybody knew. Oh, man. Oh, Dee Dee starts off cold. Oh, Dee Dee, you're cold. Of course Manchelle would praise him. She's not interested in other guys. Oh, you're bad. Denver, how you doing, brother? My brother from another mother. Great job. Thanks, guys. All right, let's see who's all there. We got a lot of folks there. Ian's in Ohio. How you doing? Fernando checking in. George is in Seattle. Hey, George. Brian is in Oakdale, California. Sam is in Florida. How you doing, Sam? James is in Florida. Mike is in Scarsdale saying, Yankees, baby. Tim's in Ohio. Rusty, hey, Dean. Carlos in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. A lot of Florida people here today. I like Florida. Paul's a Colorado deplorable. Troy's from Illinois. Temple, Texas is where Paul is. Philip's in Ohio. Cokeek, Maryland deplorable. That's Linda. Rockland, California, Christine. T-Wayne is from Texas. Show Low, Arizona, checking in. Hey, Justin, how are you? Arky is in DeHouse. Yo, Arky, what up? Brandy, NorCal, there. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Hey, Wayne. Cheryl's a Florida deplorable. Brad is from Indiana. Scott loves the show. Scott, you rock, brother. Did you share it yet? Have you shared the video? We need shares today. We need the thumbs up. We need the love. We need people to see these videos and get them out there. We need people to hear the podcast, The Rusty Humphries Rebellion, found at iTunes, Stitcher, all those great places. We got to get the message out. The social media companies are doing everything they can to squeeze and clamp down on the message, and we're not going to let them do it. So we can't do it without your help. And your help is by watching, sharing, liking, a little love, and letting people know that we're here. Okay? Sure appreciate it. All right. Michigan's where Rick is. Jack is an Aussie deplorable living in Henrietta, Texas. Derek is in Chattanooga. Kathy in Carthage, Tennessee. Lorette is watching from Laurel, Mississippi. Hi. David is a deplorable from California. Steve is in Mass. Sue is in Illinois. Go Cubs. Troy is in Kansas. Shug is in Texas. Kevin in Kentucky. Trace in Louisiana. Doug in Duluth, Minnesota. Tamara is a Florida checking in. Kim checking in from California. Chris in on Cleveland. Jason checking in. And everybody else, gosh, I can't get to everybody right now, but thank you. Christine loves the Terrible Ted music. Yes, my theme song. Well. Looks like the heroic Vegas security guard never actually existed. That's Lyndon. I just got off the phone, by the way, with Laura Loomer, who has been really doing the best investigations on the horrible shooting in Las Vegas. She will be on the show tomorrow night. We're going to find out the latest from her and find out what's going on. Okay. Mary's in Gold Canyon, Arizona. That's where my mommy lives. Say hi to my mom, Mary. And if you don't have a house there, buy a house from her. Very expensive house if you would. Something that's big enough, because she's a real estate agent, something that's big enough that we'll just call that the let's give some to the kids kind of house. something nice. Just something nice that she can get something big. All right. Big story we've talked about a long time ago. June 27th, 2016. Right before Hillary was supposed to go and meet with the FBI. You remember the story. Hillary Bill Clinton met with the Attorney General of the United States, Loretta Lynch, and they met on the tarmac in Phoenix, Arizona, not far from where I am right now. And conservatives were, oh, Mary's friends with my mom. Oh, good. Thank you, Mary. Say hi to my mom. I talked to her today. Anyway, so conservatives like, wait a second. You mean a former president married to a woman that is under investigation just happened to bump into each other at the tarmac in Phoenix, and it's no big deal. They just talked about golf and kids. And Democrats, oh, yeah, just golf and kids. Don't worry about that. Nothing happened there. Nothing to see here. Well, there's some newest information. Let's bring it to you. It was on Fox earlier today, and I want to play you that clip here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
The FBI finding 30 new pages of documents about this controversial tarmac meeting. You'll remember that back in June of 2016 between former President Bill Clinton and then Attorney General Loretta Lynch. Why did it matter so much? Lots of investigations going on. Oh, and an election. Well, Judicial Watch now saying the feds only found the documents after the watchdog group caught them, the agency, hiding them. We've got the president of Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton, to join us now and explain. So as a result of a second lawsuit, you now know that there are 30 FBI documents, but initially the FBI didn't want to reveal that.
Yeah, back when the tarmac meeting had happened, we asked for records from both the FBI and Justice Department about them. We got to Stonewall, we sued. Justice Department just recently turned over documents with the talking points that were blacked out that everyone heard about a month or two ago. But also included in that batch of documents were communications with the FBI. The FBI had told us they didn't have anything. So they came back and said, well, we're reopening the FOIA, and just the other day they told us they found 30 new pages of records that they'll need, Pete, 6 weeks to review before they turn over to us.
Okay, so 6 weeks from now, sometime in October or in November, we'll be getting these documents. What would you anticipate these 30 documents might reveal?
Well, there'll probably be a lot of blacked out material, which if that's par for the course from the government. But certainly the FBI and Director Comey at the time, he expressed concern about the meeting and other things that were going on in the Justice Department in terms of the Justice Department's credibility and bias that was evidently protecting Hillary Clinton. So it'd be interesting to see if there were communications directly about that once this meeting between Clinton and Lynch took place, a meeting which took place just before Mrs. Clinton was to be interviewed by the FBI, and one that Mrs. Lynch admitted cast a cloud over the investigation.
You know, how often, Tom, you file these FOIA requests and lawsuits to get documents that the public deserves to see. How often do you feel like politics is what motivates what's actually released? Or do you feel like, for the most part, you get a straight deal?
Well, on sensitive topics like this, you've got to push in court to get the records. The agencies won't voluntarily turn them over. And in the case of the FBI, I think someone knowingly withheld this information from us and only fessed up to it once we called them out as a result of the Justice Department disclosing some information. There's no good reason that these documents shouldn't have been found, given the high-level nature of the communications that we found that the Justice Department had with FBI officials.
Well, it's counterintuitive that there wouldn't be some documents as well with the level of consequence of a meeting of this type as well. Tom Fitton, president of Judicial Watch, thanks for being here and for your hard work. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Now, here's my question to you. A couple of them. Number one, do you believe there's something fishy going on, or was it just an accident that those two met up on a tarmac and they just talked about golf? I'm sorry. That was just funny. It's like I'm doing a comedy routine. I'm sorry. Of course something happened. Of course it did. I mean, give me a break. Of course something strange happened. It's Bill Clinton. It's what they do. They always say when there's smoke, there's fire. There's always fire where they go. It's not just smoke. Now, here's the big question. Anything ever going to get done? No. No. Nothing ever gets done. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And we're never going to drain the swamp, and we're never going to fix the corruption on both sides of the aisle until someone of the stature of Hillary and Bill Clinton get prosecuted. I mean, that's not the only story of corruption today. I mean, if it was just one story of corruption today from the Clintons, you go, okay, well, golly jeepers. But it's not. There's more information that the FBI has uncovered information about the FBI. Here, let me bring this up for you. The FBI uncovered Russian bribery plot before Obama administration approved the controversial nuclear deal with Moscow. It's written by John Solomon. Here, I'll play a little bit of this video, but it's going to be really boring. I'll let the professional from The Hill do it, just so, because The Hill is no, I mean, let's be honest here. The Hill is no conservative website. This is a pretty liberal website. So I'll play a little bit of their reporting. Now, John Solomon, who is the reporter here, John I used to work with, he used to be the editor. Bring that over there. He used to be the editor at the Washington Times. So John Solomon, solid guy. Okay, I trust his reporting. But this is the video that they put out. Let's just see what it has to say.
Deal in 2000.
And it's no good.
2010, giving Moscow control of a large swath of American uranium.
Okay.
The FBI had gathered substantial evidence that Russian nuclear industry officials were engaged in bribery, kickbacks, extortion, and money laundering designed to grow Vladimir Putin's atomic energy business inside the United States. According to government documents and interviews, federal agents used a confidential U.S. witness working inside the Russian nuclear industry to gather extensive financial records, make secret recordings, and intercept emails as early as 2009 that showed Moscow had compromised an American uranium trucking firm with bribes and kickbacks in violation of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. They also obtained an eyewitness account backed by documents indicating Russian nuclear officials had routed millions of dollars to the U.S. designed to benefit former President Bill Clinton's charitable foundation. During the time, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton served on a government body that approved a favorable decision to Moscow, sources told The Hill.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't even... That person actually gets paid to do that? I mean, I'm sorry. So let me try to... When you get... Let me try to break that down for you. Okay, so Hillary was Secretary of State. And by the way, before she became Secretary of State, the deal was Bill Clinton was not going to do any dealings with foreign countries. He wasn't going to do any. He wasn't going to take any money, wasn't going to have any dealings with foreign countries. And he wasn't going to do anything with the Clinton Foundation while in foreign countries while she was Secretary of State. She becomes Secretary of State, and he goes on a rampage of speaking tours. $1 million here, a couple $100,000 there, $10 million here. I mean, money going all over the place. And magically, coincidentally, I'm sure, the places where he would get the bigger speeches, Hillary just happened to be doing business with their countries. And then, magically, certain things would get approved. Like, again, Moscow was trying to get a big chunk of our American uranium. Uranium's what makes nuclear bombs. Now, I can't imagine us giving a nickel's worth of uranium to Russia. Can you? Especially after all the Russia stuff that we've been hearing. Oh, Trump was in bed with the Russians. Really? Was it Trump? Really? So, federal agents found that Russians were given money to Bill Clinton and the Clinton Foundation in 2009. Again, this is, if you've been paying attention, we've been talking about this for years. Just finally the mainstream media comes up with this. And by the way, it's not really being reported on. And they did bribery, kickbacks, extortion, money laundering designed to get Vladimir Putin's energy business inside the United States. And it actually got approved. The Obama administration with Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State approved us selling uranium to Vladimir Putin and the Russians and companies under his control. That is how stupid our country is. Wow. Isn't it sad when cousins marry? I don't even know what to say. What do you have to say here? Let's see. Kathy says, why was the pilot buried? Okay. Kathy says, I feel that something was going on. Anything the Clintons do smells fishy. Shirley thinks they're killers. Now, the problem with talking like that is you start saying stuff like that and you might believe it, and there could be some evidence, but people start going, now you're kooky. Now you've gone too far. So I don't know if saying that stuff helps. I'm just being honest. There's no way you're ever going to see a Clinton under investigation for murder. It's never going to happen. Never in a million years. Never. So, I don't know, Shirley. I mean, okay. Tony says, no accident that the FBI is so corrupt and the Department of Justice is no better. Again, what they've done very successfully, the Democrat Party, and what the Republicans do so poorly. The Democrat Party is very good at getting as many of their party loyalists in government jobs. And Republicans are always told, yeah, well, when you got a new president in there, you Republicans, you got to work across the aisle. And you got to leave those employees there, or you're being a big old meanie. Democrats, they don't give a rat's ass. They go in, they fire everybody they can. It doesn't matter. If you aren't on the Democrat Party payroll, or if you aren't somebody that's basically blind loyal to that president, you're gone. You're gone. And Democrats have perfected this, and Republicans fall for this trick every single stinking time. And now we got Barack Obama being so quiet. But he's working behind the scenes. Working behind the scenes. Living right down the street from the White House. And magically, the former guy who really did nothing other than being a community organizer, he was a senator. Guy barely showed up in the Senate. He was a community organizer. And now we have some of the best community organizing going on, don't we? This Antifa crap. Tearing down statues. People sitting and kneeling for the national anthem. Now, I believe all that stuff's good. Why? Because it shows how far the Democrat Party has fallen. You know, I talk to friends all the time. Listen, I'm a Democrat, but I don't believe a lot of that stuff those guys are doing. That's the problem. The Democrat Party is not the party of JFK or FDR. Not even the party of Jimmy Carter. Heck, I'll even say it's not even the party of Bill Clinton. The extremists have taken over. And it's scary. Because the things that they are doing and the things they are spreading is not in the best interest of the country. Yesterday, Ann Arbor, Michigan, City Council meeting. Now, normally, don't play a lot of Ann Arbor, Michigan City Council meetings. But look what happened. They do the call to order here. I'm probably not going to play this whole video, but look what happened at the Ann Arbor City Council meeting. Call to order, beginning of the meeting. Check this out.
Again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the October 16 meeting of the Ann Arbor City Council. If you're able, please rise and join us for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, no problem. Moment of silence. Now these are city council members coming up here. Do the Pledge of Allegiance standing in front. Watch what happens. If you're listening, they're just standing. Now they're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance and watch the city council members.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
They're taking a knee at city council meetings now. The cancer of Kaepernick has spread.
In addition, I want to thank my colleagues who joined me in taking a knee during the Pledge of Allegiance today. When I grew up, I was taught when it's time to say my prayers, to kneel down. When I was in football, when my coach wanted me to listen, or the team to listen, he'd tell us to take a knee. Or if somebody was hurt on the field and we wanted to pay attention and to give that situation respect, as we hoped and for some of us prayed that the injury wasn't too severe, we would take a knee. People will argue that that position is a position of disrespect. For me, it is a position of great respect.
See.
And so for my part, taking a knee today was a chance to give attention and hope and prayer that the words of our Pledge of Allegiance, liberty and justice for all, would be fulfilled. They are a beautiful sentiment, they are a beautiful aspiration, and they are an ongoing call for us to keep doing our work more forcefully. Later in the agenda, we will be dealing with a resolution to amend our council calendar to have an additional work session to deal with the the recommendations by the police audit from Hillard Hines. This is the work that we're.
All right, now he's boring me. All right, I got it. You want to do my impression of that guy? A little impression for you. Here we go.
And now we're gonna do this thing. You can't understand what he's saying. Got the really bad microphone. Can't hear what he has to say. Breaker 19.
Anyway, do you buy what he just said? I mean, maybe we've for us folks who've been upset about people kneeling for the Pledge of Allegiance, maybe we're wrong. I mean, if what he's saying is right, that he's taking a knee because you take a knee when you pray, you take a knee when you're listening to your coach, it's not a sign of disrespect, it's a sign of respect. Is that what you think? I would love to see what you have to say. Comment here. Check in if you would, please. Give me some thumbs ups. Give me some hearts. Share the video right now. I'm going to give you a minute to comment right here because I want to get your interaction. I want to know what you have to say. While that is going on, hold on. I don't want to fall over like I did yesterday. I want to tell you about a fantastic website that I would like you to go to. It's called thetoymaker.com. Now, what is thetoymaker.com? I'm so glad you asked. Thetoymaker.com is a website that is designed to help you do some great things with your kids or grandkids. It's from the workshop of Marilyn Scott Waters, and it is an odd little world of paper toys and holiday cards and Valentines and sun boxes and baskets and bags and origami and a whole bunch of other stuff, all for you to make. And the goal is to help grown-ups and kids spend time together just making things. And there's all kinds of things you could do. She has a book, for example, you can download. Everything is downloadable. You download the PDF, and then you do the project. So this book is called The Toy Maker's Math Carnival. And it's a downloadable book that you could print 12 toys that help you practice your basic math skills with your kids. And it's a lot of fun. They got holiday stuff that you can check out. Every Halloween, Thanksgiving, happy birthday, gifts, surprises, Christmas, all kinds of stuff. New Year's Day, Purim, the story of Esther, 4th of July, whatever it is. But again, Halloween's coming up. And you can see all the fun stuff. And a lot of this stuff is just free. So do yourself a favor and your kids. You know how kids spend love when it comes to you? It's not L-O-V-E, it's T-I-M-E. It's time. It's time with you. Spend some time with the kids. Go to thetoymaker.com. See what they have. Sign up for the newsletter. See what you can find. I think you're going to like it. Thetoymaker.com. It's thetoymaker.com. All right, let's take a look at what some of the things that you are seeing and saying and commenting on. Let's see here. Let's see. Alicia says, I love watching you. Thank you. And by the way, yes, that's my cousin. Although I haven't seen my cousin, I don't know, man. She's getting old. 25 years, maybe? It's been a long time. I hope you're doing good, cuz. Jonathan checking in. All right, Kathy says, just wondering what it takes to bring them all down. We've been hearing all this crap for years now, and nothing ever gets done. How can that be? You know, that's one of the reasons and for folks who don't like Donald Trump, let me explain my philosophy, and I'll bet that a lot of you listening are going to agree with this. Why did we vote for Donald Trump? Did we vote for Donald Trump because we thought he was the most righteous, awesome guy ever? No, Donald Trump had a lot of flaws. And there was no question that this guy had flaws. Well, why'd you overlook him? You're being hypocrites. No, we didn't. We didn't overlook them, and we didn't overlook them for a couple of reasons. One, both sides hated him. Why? Because he was such a bad guy, would do such a bad job? No. Because if he did what he said he would do, it would destroy the power structure of both sides, Democrats and Republicans. That's good for America. Whether you're a far left-wing Democrat or a far right-wing conservative, destroying the power base in Washington, D.C. that does nothing but spend your money, that's a good thing for everybody. Everybody. And so they were afraid of Donald Trump. And that's a good thing. And what we are hoping for is that Donald Trump could be a strong enough leader to go in there and what we call drain the swamp, get rid of all those bad people, or at least make them want to quit. Some of that's happening. Bob Corker out of Tennessee. What do you mean he's a Republican? There's a lot of Republicans that have gotten very, very comfortable with the situation in Washington, D.C., and that's bad. John McCain is one of the worst of them. This guy loves the power, loves the money. He will sell out, he has sold out every voter that's ever voted for him. He doesn't care. He cares now more about, listen, John McCain's sick. He's sick. And he's not going to be around a long time. And I have no glee in my heart for that. None. But the problem is instead of staying home with his family or doing the things and fighting for what he campaigned for the people of Arizona, he's decided to turn on the people of Arizona, the people that voted for him, and the party that supported him for president of the United States. And now he's going out there and speaking out against everything that he promised he would do. And it's wrong. And it's disgusting and it's despicable. And so the reason why Donald Trump is getting support from so many conservatives is not because of his family values and not because of his faith, his religion, anything like that. It's that we need to do something to stop the growth of government. It has to be done. The size and scope of government must shrink. And we are seeing unelected bureaucrats trying to stop Donald Trump from doing that. We are seeing both political parties. We are seeing congressmen, senators, Democrats, Republicans. They all want to stop Trump. Hollywood. And it's not because Trump is this evil person. And I love Hollywood. Oh, that Donald Trump, he went and grabbed a woman. You Hollywood hypocrite bastards. Excuse my language. Oh, Harvey Weinstein, he's the only one. Stop it. Stop lying. It's Hollywood. We all know better. We all know Harvey Weinstein did it. We know there's 200, 300 more guys, 1,000, 10,000 more guys in Hollywood doing it today. Don't pretend you have no idea what's going on. You're lying and you know it. You know, Corey Feldman has for years talked about how he and Corey Haim were passed around to Hollywood executives as little boys. And that was a big yawner. Big yawner for Hollywood. As a matter of fact, Barbara Walters scolded him for it. I should try to find that video. And now, all of a sudden, because Harvey Weinstein has been outed, now, man, maybe there's more? Really? All right. John says, Democrats only good at complaining, moaning, protesting, blaming, and name-calling. Andrea says, we talk about this, but no one knows how or where to go to get anything accomplished to bring these people to justice. Our country's a mess. We pay men millions to chase a ball, but doctors, firefighters make nothing compared to them. We're messed up. Alicia, it's what we choose to spend our money on. We live in a capitalist society, and more people, doctors make a lot of money too. I'm not saying it's right, but Americans, we throw our money, most countries do, we throw a lot of money into entertainment. Let's see here. What a bunch of clowns. What do they think they're accomplishing besides looking like fools? Jason says, look up a song by Creed Fisher. That's where I stand. This is why we have to start voting in local elections. Yeah, talking about that city council. Just absolutely silly. I'll get some more of your comments in a minute. Before I do, we're talking about draining the swamp. One of the people that has really been at the forefront of this has been Steve Bannon. Now, Newt Gingrich, who I do like and is a friend of mine, is somebody that has been a member of the D.C. establishment for a long, long time. Steve Bannon declared war on the GOP for 2018. What does Newt have to say about it? Let's check this out here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
Is the 48 Democrats consistently vote no. There are 10 Democrats up for election next year in states that President Trump carried. 6 of them are states he carried by big margins. If Steve Bannon would focus his energy and his drive and his fundraising on beating those 6 Democrats, we'd get virtually everything through the Senate. This isn't a problem of personality. This is a problem of numbers. I was a Reagan Republican. Reagan had an 11th commandment: don't speak ill of other Republicans. He learned it by watching Barry Goldwater get attacked by Republicans, leading to a liberal Democratic landslide in 1964. So my whole career has been spent focused on how do I elect more Republicans, not how do I cannibalize Republicans. And I just think Bannon is going to spend an enormous amount of money on the wrong targets in the wrong way. Yeah. What we need to focus on is let's beat the Democrats who vote no. Let's not go out and pick fights with Republicans.
All right. Newt, I love you, and I respect you, and you're a very, very smart guy. The problem is we have had far too many Republicans that vote like Democrats and act like Democrats and support legislation like Democrats. Susan Collins, Murkowski in Alaska, Jeff Flake in Arizona. The list goes on and on and on, and all they do is cause trouble and fight for headlines. They're not doing the business that their voters in their state sent them to do, and they sure as hell aren't doing the business of the American people. And so it is time that we get rid of those people. And I'll say what, Democrats too. Democrats or Republicans. Do what your people send you to office to do. Don't just do what you think is going to get you on TV more. John says, Darren says they wanted attention. Well, at work, we're talking about Ann Arbor, Michigan. John says, my dad would have whooped me good. Richard said, in the past, people bowed before their king. I bow before God only. Nothing or no one else gets that. Scott says, the civil war that Obama and George Soros are wanting so bad is getting close, but this time it will be full anarchy. I really hope you're wrong, Scott. I really hope you're wrong. Cheryl says Antifa is gaining their plan to take over the government. We'll see on that one. I don't know. Kathy says people talking about the First Amendment haven't read it. They're disrespecting this wonderful country. Joe says kind of ironic that it was documented. Let's see, does it make sense? Michael says the people who need to hear this are not listening to you, Rusty, or to Fox News or any other conservative source. No arrests, no trials, so no convictions, and just keeps rolling on like the Mississippi River. This country is being torn apart from within, and there seems to be no stopping it, which is a tragedy. Michael, I don't disagree. But by being on Facebook, podcasts, which is a very successful liberal format and platform, I'm hoping we can reach some. We can reach them because if you share it on your Facebook page, for example, you might have some friends that say, you know what? I'll check this out. You put a little comment on there. Hey, listen, you may not agree with Trump or like Republicans right now, but watch this Rusty Humphries guy. He's going to tell you the truth, and you can make up your own mind. I'm not trying to skew the truth. I'm not trying to tell you how to think. I'll tell you my opinion. But I try to give you the news and give you the information that I have and let you give your opinion. Lucas thinks we need to fight a culture war. Now, my old friend Andrew Breitbart. We talked about that a long time. And I know people say, you know what, we got to forget about Hollywood. It's gone. I'm going to boycott Hollywood and all those things. The truth is that Hollywood creates the culture, whether we like it or not. The culture follows the trends that come out of Hollywood and out of New York. And we conservatives ignored it for far too long. And by ignoring it, we have lost a lot of the culture to the far, far left. Now, I'm not even talking about Democrats. We're talking far left wings. I mean, think about things that 10 years ago you couldn't have imagined. Today, or was it yesterday, California passed a law, and this isn't a joke. California passed a law that there is now a third sex. That's law. Jerry Brown signed that into law in California. Could you imagine that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, that they would create a new sex? I don't even know. I think it's non-gendered something. Hold on, let me look. Do a quick Google here. New sex in. I probably shouldn't do new sex online. Who knows what would come up there? New law in California about gender. There, oh, that's Canada. California. New law in California. And let's just see. I'll bet you that pops up with just that. I probably should be careful. Okay, California pet laws. Stupid laws. No, something just happened today. I saw it. Maybe I'm going to drudge. I just saw it. Saw it on Facebook a bunch today. Well, shame on me. I had it. I saw it. I was shocked. And now I can't find it. And I'm sure most of you are going, well, golly, Rusty, you're being stupid. I know exactly what you're talking about. And it's been one of those days. Anyway, I'll find it. And when I do, I'll let you know. Let's see. Monique says, Tebow bent the knee before a game, but not during the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah, but he did it. He was kneeling for prayer. That's a big difference. Kathy says, thank you for being the voice of the people. Thank you. Greg says, I think it's proper to stand for the national anthem. Yes. Sharon says, kneeling is done in prayer. We all know that taking a knee is something totally different. Alicia says, I'm one of her favorite cousins ever. She doesn't have a lot of cousins, so I'm glad I'm one of them. And by the way, I'm still waiting for you to send me that stuff from my father, Alicia. Thank you. You're only 2-3 years in. Gosh, you guys have got a lot of great comments today. Jack says, I'm sad to say it, Rusty Humphries, but the Civil War has already started and liberals have fired the first shots. They have openly attacked and shot conservative politicians at baseball training. The Vegas attack was clearly aimed at killing conservatives. We don't know that. Still investigating that. Was it, John says, was the sex non-binary? Let's see, new law in California. Let's see, non-binary? I don't think that was the word, was it? Let's see. Could have been. There we go. Here we go. Oops, sorry. You've lost me. I've lost you. There we go. Non-binary designation okayed for California. Governor Jerry Brown signs the milestone law. Californians who do not identify as male or female will have a third gender option on driver's licenses under a bill Governor Jerry Brown signed on Sunday. California, the first state in the country to offer a third gender marker on birth certificates for non-binary people who want their personal documents to match their gender identity. Non-binary is an umbrella term for people who do not consider themselves strictly male or strictly female, but instead fall outside of those gender norms. Okay. I got to be honest. I don't care. I don't care if you think you're a man or a woman or a tree or a dog. I don't care. Do what you want. The problem comes in all of these different laws and things you want to start throwing in. How much money are you willing for us to spend? How far does it have to go? I mean, is 3 sexes enough? Or do we need 10? Do we need 15? I've heard there's 50 different sexes. When does it stop? That's the problem. It never stops. We've got all these people who want to be so happy to be offended all the damn time. I'm offended. They're offended. James says, stars and stripes we put on the flag for all USA. So respect with honesty. I'm coming from Arkansas, and I respect all veterans for what they've done, for I'm one. Thank you, James, for your service to the country. Mary says, Brown keeps passing laws that are outrageous. He keeps signing the laws. It's your legislature in California that keeps passing them. George says, the decline of Western civilization. I'm writing a book. Joy, thank you for your nice comment. Crystal says, we really need Bill O'Reilly back on any network, and the American people will hear all sides. Just think of how about a basic network would explore with telling both sides. I would love to see it. I'm not putting money that it's going to happen anytime soon. I mean, take a look at the late night comics. They've decided, and Jimmy Kimmel, I've actually met him. He's a nice guy. But he's just saying, I'm not going to have any, if you're a conservative, don't watch. And same with all the other late night comics. What a bunch of idiots. Conservatives like to laugh too. But, Alec Baldwin as Donald Trump's just not funny. He's angry. He's mad. It's not funny. It's okay to make fun of the president. But do it in funny ways, not in ways that have a political bent to him all the time. Does he do funny things? Yes. And we conservatives have to have a sense of humor. Okay? We do. But it is difficult when, Obama, it was impossible for them to find anything wrong. They couldn't make a joke about Obama. Never thought about it. It just wasn't possible. And then you did, and you were a racist. I'm not a racist. I'm not a member of the Klan. Okay? I doubt anybody in my audience is. Just because we voted for Donald Trump doesn't mean we hate anybody, doesn't mean we're fascists, doesn't mean we're part of the Klan. It just means we wanted to see change. And we did not agree with Barack Obama's pledge to fundamentally change the United States of America. We believe our country's pretty damn good, thank you very much, that we've done more to help the poor, more to help the world in poverty, in health, in wealth, than any other country in the history of the world. And I'm proud of it. Have we made mistakes? Yes. Did we have slavery in America? Yes. Guess what? Every other civilization in the history of the world had slavery too. What did Western civilization do? We stopped it. So get off our backs. You want to be mad at America for slavery? Those NFL guys go and they stand for the British national anthem and then they take a knee for the American national anthem. We weren't a country when slavery began here. We were a British colony. I know you weren't paying attention in school, most of you NFL guys. But maybe, pay a little attention. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, I got a nice story. Can we do a nice story? Can we have a nice note? Here's a nice story. A little kid in school. and what happened. I always have a soft spot for these kind of stories here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
That's 11-year-old Damon Chiodo, who just won an essay contest at his school. And he thinks the biggest thrill about this day will be reading his essay up on stage. Damon wrote about his hero.
Who is my hero? My hero is my brother.
Specialist Devin Tomai is that brother. He's an Army helicopter mechanic stationed in Germany. He hasn't seen his family or Damon in more than 2 years, and he came to his little brother's school to hear the speech and surprise him. Damon spoke about pride and friendship, and then this happened.
Hey, Damon.
And if you think that's emotional, here's how they describe their bond.
He's always been there for me in my entire life, and no matter what, we've always been happy.
I only have one brother, and he's got me, and I love him to death.
And Damon got one more surprise, the day off from school.
This is your day to spend with your brother.
Thank you.
Some time now to reflect on this awesome moment. Two brothers, a world apart, now side by side.
I turned around and then I saw him and he's like, hey little bro, and then I just knew that I was so happy and I'm still shaking from the happiness.
Nothing could compare to that. It just felt amazing.
That's one of those, that's one of those stories that get me. I love stuff like that. You know, I love the bond of family, military guys, kid loving his big brother. Come on, what isn't there to love about that? That's the America I love. Look at this shot. The still shot. Look at this. What isn't there to love about that? Huh? What is there not to love about that? You know, we all want to find time to spend with our family. And health is such an important part of being able to do that. If you're sick or you pass away, it's just, there's no quality of life if you're sick. And one of the things that people unfortunately don't pay attention to enough is high blood pressure. It's a silent killer. And if you're not paying attention to it, and even if your doctor has you on medicine, there are ways to help your blood pressure get better. And the Zona Plus is something that can help. Zona Plus, it's Zona, zonaplus.com. Go check it out. It's this smart device. And I use it every night. It's about 12 minutes a night. And you use it on one hand, squeeze, and use this on the other hand, and you squeeze. It tells you on the screen what to do. It's very simple. And when they did research with fighter pilots years ago, they noticed that when the fighter pilots would squeeze the joystick and go up like they're flying, that it affected the blood pressure. And my guess is that the muscles in here, and it helped make the veins bigger. You can find out all the research at zonaplus.com. Anyway, it's very easy to use. It's lightweight. Take it anywhere. And it might prolong your life, lower that blood pressure. Make sure that you can have more time to spend with your family. Maybe see another one of those moments, huh? Wouldn't that be great? ZonaPlus.com is the website, Zona Plus, and use the code word Rusty, R-U-S-T-Y, Rusty, ZonaPlus.com. Couple more of your comments. Oh, one more real quick. One more Harvey Weinstein slam. Just saw this meme going around today. I didn't know there was a sexual predator award. Thanks, Democrats. And if you're listening to the podcast, there's Obama giving Bill Clinton an award, and Harvey Weinstein's got an award. And There's a Wiener. He's got an award, and Bill Cosby all getting the presidential award from Barack Obama. Oh, that's so awful. Oh, that's awful. But it still made me giggle. Okay. Well, now let's do this one. This music here. Not that music. This one. There we go. I'm here every night, unless I got something else. Next week, part of the week I'll be here, and then I'm going to Romania. So I'm going to miss a couple of days, like Thursday, Friday I'll miss, travel days. And then I'm going to try to do the show from Romania a few times. But it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, Romania time, which is 9 p.m. in the east, 6 p.m. in the west. So we'll see. I hope to do it next week. It should be fun doing it from Romania. That's where Transylvania is. Oh, yeah. Music makes me look sexy. Yeah. Hey, did you share the video tonight? Would you do that for me, please? Would you give me a few more thumbs up and hearts before we go away? Let's see here. Michael says, keep telling it like it is, Rusty. Thank you, Michael. Kim says, I thought I was a Democrat until my mom set me straight. I didn't really know the difference is. So I learned and I realized that I didn't agree with them. Thanks, Mom, for showing me the truth. And thank you, Rusty, for proving it. I love your show. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Lots of nice comments here. Third gender. Yeah, somebody said, what if they don't identify with the third gender? All right. We got a lot of great comments here, as always. What's happening in Romania? Yeah, I've told you, I do a business where I consult businessmen and businesses on how to be better with the media. I'm a VIP media consultant. It's kind of my main job. I help people get better at talking to you. Try to teach them how to communicate better. And as a matter of fact, if you got a company or a business, I'm not cheap, I'll be honest. But if it's something you want somebody to come in and help you in your business, I'll be happy to talk to you. Just email me, rusty@rustylive.com. Have you been to my website, rustylive.com? Please do. My podcast, The Rusty Humphries Rebellion, is there at iTunes, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. Also, if you're looking for great articles and great websites to go to, of course, rightwingnews.com and bluntforcetruth.com. That is the website that is hosted by Chuck Woolery and Mark Young, great guys, good friends of mine. And they've got a great podcast and great website. Go check out what they've got going on there, bluntforcetruth.com. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. May God bless you. May God bless America. I'm Rusty Humphries, and I'll see you next time right here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.